Hello, Trapper Tom here. I'm going to try to demonstrate fleshing a beaver. So first thing I start off with, I've already done it, but I take my very sharp knife and I just kind of lightly go down to make the middle of it. So I'm going to work one side and then the other side, and that's the way I kind of like doing it. I use lots of sawdust. I put it on the edges to try to keep the grease out of the fur there. Okay, so I got it on my pole and I use my little rag here. So as you can see, this is a young, small beaver, so it fleshes pretty nice. Just have to watch where the trap was. This wasn't a really good catch, but the other three beaver I did were all right here. One I did yesterday had like 7 bite marks in it, so it's like worth nothing. So yeah, I just kind of lightly around the leg here. It's a little tougher. On the bigger beaver, sometimes I'll use my knife and just kind of get it, get it past there. But this one's going pretty good. The smaller beavers aren't as bad, but you'd have to watch. Remember, there's 2 tits, male and female. The females are bigger, obviously, but you got to be very, like there. That one just pulled out easy. Sometimes the bigger ones, they'll rip on you. So you just gotta trial and error. And there's another one down here. But yeah, this is these smaller beavers are definitely a lot nicer than them big old ones. The one I had yesterday, I think he was an old bachelor. He was tough. Yeah, there's the other one right here. So yeah, I just kind of work it there. If I need more sawdust, I just kind of rub it. The sawdust also helps pick up the grease, and it makes it, see there, it just falls right off there. I'll clean that up later once I get going. But yeah, so I just rough skin the beaver first. And then like I say, you can see it just comes off very nice. This here you can either I clean all that up after anyways once I get it. So I get it about down this far. My knife's not sharp either, or my fleshing, it's not the sharp one. Another little thing I do is I don't skin my beaver. I leave that the mouth there just for me because it fits on my beam nice. You just got to be a little careful around the leg there. You don't want to push too hard. Just a nice pressure and push. You can see it coming off. The sawdust ain't bad. It's a little, I like it a little finer than that. This stuff's kind of, the finer stuff works the best, especially on otter. I use sawdust on beaver, otter, fox, lynx, all of them. Fishers, definitely. If anybody's ever cleaned a fisher, they know how greasy they are. And it'll all come off. It dries on there a little bit. I clean it up after it's all dried up. But once you put it in your fur bag and it gets in the truck and it's moving. By the time it gets to the market, I imagine all the sawdust is gone. Of course, the long hairs, it's all drummed anyway, so in sawdust. So yeah, just have to, like I say, be careful around where the trap was. Especially if it was a double or one of those Magnum 330s. I used to clean skin my beaver when I first started trapping, but once my trapping instructor showed me this trick, no more clean skinning. So yeah, I get her up. And then I move it up. I try not to put it where the trap was. Now if you're gonna, with a bigger beaver, well mine yesterday was underneath the front legs, all the bites, but you know, traditionally you get it here in the back part of the beaver, one of those big ones. See how that just comes off so nice. Now I rough skin my beaver and then I do freeze them. I just roll them up and freeze them, so they, you know, these have been in the freezer since October or late October. I try to get them ready, and then, like I say, the sale's in January, so we don't want them sitting around too long drying out. Won't lose any more money. We don't get much for beaver anyways. Yesterday my partner went out and we got a really nice wolf, nice white one, big male, or well, about 85-pound male, so she was pretty happy with that. I think we got somebody interested, I hope. You don't get nothing when you send them to market, that's for sure. So yeah, just going over that leg now, just kind of, I grab the meat and push with the fat, push it off. Push it off. I'll come back and get this after. When I'm rough skinning my the beaver, I try to skin down here as close as possible in the tail section, you know, the back end, because it's so fatty. So I do try to, you know, get it off as much as I can. It makes it easier for when you're coming to do this part. This old beaver pole here is older than me, and I'm almost 60. It was handed down from an old trapper, and he was actually kind of my mentor back in the day when I was 14, 15. Then he passed it on to my dad. Yeah, so I get it about like that. And then I put the leg on there. Another thing I learned from an old trapper is I get this stuff. I get all this stuff. I make it into a ball. And then I put that in the freezer. Freezer up, and it fits, you know, in your Martin box or wherever you want to use it for bait. It's got that nice smell to it. Okay, so I'm just going to put that in my freezer. Okay, now I get to the leg. So I got the leg hooked over. Hope you can see that it's hooked over the top of my my beam. Now I just push that. Now you get it as best you can, or I do, and then once I put it on the board, I clean it up a little better. So that does a... Get the grease off the pole here. Yeah, and then I just kind of go across to the other leg there, across the tail section, get all that. I don't get too close because I end up cutting about a little bit of all that off anyways. It seems when you go to try to push it off, it just rips the fur, especially if it's not, you know, not a big beaver. And I just take it one last little down the edge here. I clean that edge up when I put it on the board with my other scraper to get all that. You can see it's all pretty, not too bad. If there's any grease, like I say, it sticks to the sawdust pretty good. Yeah, then I just go to the other leg. Oh. Same thing. Switch here, just a little bit there. Yeah, for the ones that don't use sawdust, I usually go see a carpenter or somebody, a finishing carpenter. I've got a couple guys and buddies in town here that always ask me if I need sawdust, so you get half a bag of sawdust to last you quite a while. It depends obviously how much fur you're cleaning. And the leg, front leg, you just kind of gotta, like I say, you can tune that up with end up cutting part of the leg anyways. So there's, you know, and then once I get all that sawdust will come off, and then, you know, once I get it on the board, I'll fine tune it up a little bit. And yeah, so like I say, hopefully these tips work. We got a couple otter yet, so maybe I'll get one from my partner. She's got the 3 otter there, so I'll bring that and show you how to do an otter. Same way, you rough skin them, put them on this beam. Usually what I do is I put a bit of I'll dampen the pole down a bit when I put the otter on. You know, you got to be very careful with the fur of an otter. And basically the same thing. You know, it's case skinned, obviously the otter. I kind of do some fine tuning around the head. I don't split it like that though. I just kind of keep working it. I got my sawdust for the bottom end, and yeah. Anyways, I hope this tip helped you people out there that are watching, and good luck trapping.